What's going on, everybody? It's just another day in the kitchen, back with another episode, and today we're taking a look at the oldest Travis Scott merch pieces I actually own, going all the way back to 2015. In this video, I'm also going to be showing off some rare concert footage of some songs he no longer performs, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Now, to start off this video, we're taking it all the way back to 2016 for his first collaboration with Diamond Supply Company. If you didn't know, they're a very legendary skateboard and streetwear company, and Travis actually had a collaboration with them that was available both online and at physical PacSun store locations, which is pretty crazy to think about. Imagine saying nowadays that you were able to pick up Travis Scott merch at PacSun. Now, as always, since it's your boy, you know I was able to get access to this website, even though this actually dropped all the way back in February of 2016. And right off the bat, you could see LaFlame featured in this old school hip hop type of graphic, which is also featured throughout most of the merch. Now, I do want to point out that there were other pieces available, including some camo pieces, some other hoodies as well, but I just wanted to show the pieces I was actually able to access on the website itself. Now, something I do think is pretty interesting is the fact that Travis was able to get this collaboration not too long after the release of his first studio album, Rodeo, which was, of course, in September of 2015. And again, this release right here was February of 2016. Here's, of course, LaFlame wearing a custom jacket that says his name on it. Now, I do actually own this piece of merch right here where you can see the mouse, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at it here in just a moment. But just for the sake of the drop and the release, I wanted to show you what it actually looked like. Now, for it releasing all the way back in 2016 for a price of $38, adjusted for inflation in 2023, you'd be looking at just under $50 for this collaboration, which is pretty consistent with the most of these prices. Now, back in 2016, $50 for a tee was maybe a little bit steep, but it made sense given that this was a collaboration between Diamond and, of course, Travis. And if you remember picking up any of these pieces, let me know in the comments. And while you're here, you might as well go ahead and drop a like and subscribe. Now, like I mentioned, I did actually own one of these pieces from this collaboration, and I'm lucky I was able to actually keep it and hold on to it, so I just wanted to show you. Now, keep in mind that I am an actual fan of LaFlame, so I have worn this shirt many times over the years, so it is going to be naturally a little bit worn out, but just so you can get an idea of the actual graphics that were used and the way that they were printed, here you go. I do want to mention that this is my favorite piece of merch from this collab, and not just because it's the only piece I was able to get my hands on all those years ago. I do remember some of these pieces being available in PacSun, but it was mostly just the camo pieces, which I don't really wear a lot of. Now, I just want to point out some of my favorite features when it comes to this piece of merch, and I want to comment that I think they actually nailed it with this collaboration. Again, if you're unfamiliar with Diamond Supply Company, they were a skateboard and streetwear brand, and as you can see, they feature the name and the use of the word diamond here, which I think is pretty hard, and the graphic itself is actually holding up pretty well. And I also want to point out this little graphic right here that's got the cross through it is actually Travis Scott's old logo, which is basically a Cactus Jack guy that's on fire. And as you can see, it's studded out in diamonds, which I think is a great tribute to the whole diamond collaboration. Now, I did also want to just show you guys what the sleeve looked like for quality. It was very thin, but it actually hugged to the wrist. And as I mentioned, it is pretty worn out, but like I said, I actually wear the merch, and I encourage you to do the same, and let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. Now, for the actual oldest piece of Travis Scott merch that I own, we have to go back 1 year to 2015. He was on tour with The Weeknd for the fall tour, and I want you guys to notice from the tour flyer that it does feature his name with the $sign. So that's how you know that I caught Travis many, many years ago. And basically the way I was able to catch him in a venue size of only 150 is he was on tour for The Weeknd. And basically they were on tour in Tampa on a Thursday, they had a day off on Friday, and then they picked it back up on Saturday in Miami. For that Friday that they had off, Travis announced this very intimate and random show that was in Orlando, so of course I had to attend. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some clips from that show just to go ahead and show you, along with this dope flyer I wish I had, just so you guys can see some history.
Never when I'm up, man, it's good. Crank it up, leave it go where they hardly do. Man, I can't take no more. This lifestyle we've been living, man, I can't take no more. Sing along if you know that she a porn star girl. From the what? Oh, from the alley. There you go. Oh, that's the whole time. I'm dropping the bunches. I'm dropping still bugging and got all these hundreds. Hit up the whole pharmacist. You serve all the money, might shoot at your body. You shot at my body. This guy keep on falling, the drugs I keep calling. Keep picking up for me. They love me, I don't wanna buy. They won't get me high. I'm dropping my conscience. I'm dropping still bunky. They get all of these hundreds, hit up the whole pharmacist. You serve all the money. I might shoot at your buddy. Who shot him up? Hands up, we got let the kid roll. Yeah, that's that loud shit. I've been down on my latest trip. I've been drunk in my latest whip. So I might crash. Hands up! That's right! Hit the club for the cookies. I never got down with the balls of my. I never. We so high, I put extra line. We so fucking high, I put extra line.
Now, as you can see from that last clip, yes, that was your boy, aka The Kitchen, turning up and getting lit all the way back 8 years ago to Travis Scott. Now, of course, I wanted to feature the hoodie that I still have, and I have to preface this again saying I have worn the hell out of this, so don't expect it to be in the greatest condition. However, I just wanted you to show what I think is one of the first pieces of actual merch tour that he had, just in general. Personally, this is one of my most prized possessions, and it's personally priceless to me. And as you can see, it does feature my Orlando date there at the bottom, along with just an overall really dope graphic in general that I think is definitely typical of Travis Scott. Now, coming up next, I did want to show you guys what the actual front of it looked like. And as we saw on the Diamond Supply Co. Long sleeve that I showed you guys earlier, he did use the actual Cactus Jack logo. And although this one is black, I just wanted you guys to see that it is on the front breast. Now, something that might surprise you is, yes, early Travis Scott merch used gilt and prints, which, if you're not familiar in the merch world, are some of the worst and the cheapest. However, as we've seen throughout the years, the quality has, of course, gotten better. So I think that's just funny for you guys to be able to see. Now, if you made it this far, let me know what you guys think about this video. As always, I love making these videos. I've been a big Travis Scott fan for many, many years now, and I've been wanting to share some of these clips for a really long time. As always, guys, stay safe. Thank you so much for cooking with the kitchen. It's lit. Straight up. Peace, guys. And make sure you like and subscribe.